Women can be very expressive, but at other times it can be very understated. And if you do not understand her understatement at the appropriate time, there is a good chance that you will find yourself in a precarious situation. Continue watching to gain an understanding not only of what women say or do, but also of what they actually mean. Here are 7 things women say versus what they mean in relationships. 7. When she asks, "Do you love me?" If your response to that question is, "Yes, I do," I can guarantee that you will get a response that begins with the word "but," which will then lead to yet another hour of discussion on the topic. If your response is "No, I don't," however, I can guarantee that you will not get a response that begins with the word "but." You will get a response that starts with the word "but" if the answer to that question that you provide is "Yes, I do." Do not answer her question, whether or not you love her, with a single word. The purpose of this question is to elicit information about your feelings towards her, so you should not say anything in response. Tell her all the reasons you love her, how much she means to you, and how your life would be completely different if she weren't in it, and how you simply cannot imagine it without her. She is conducting some research in order to determine how significant an impact she has had in your life. 6. When she says anything is okay with me, or let's do something. When she uses the terms plan and decide, she means both of these things. It is true that women appreciate it when their thoughts and ideas are taken into consideration. However, they adore it even more when you take the initiative and make choices on their behalf. It gives her the impression that she is being pursued or looked for. If her opinion is always something you take into consideration when making significant decisions, such as where to go and what to eat, then it is high time that you stop doing that. You should begin acting on some of her decisions in a more consistent manner. As a consequence of the impression that she will get that you have some claim to her, she will have the experience of being loved by you. 5. When she says, "I'm not mad." This common saying can be understood in 2 different ways. First, there's a plain and simple "I'm not mad" declaration. If it stands on its own, it would suggest that the girl is not insane after all. The majority of us wouldn't be able to explain what it means if this occurred, even though it only happens less than 1% of the time. Actually, the real jerk is the other one. It is safe to assume she is mad, whatever the phrase. "I'm not mad" is followed by anything else. "I'm not mad, but then again, I'm not mad. It's just that..." Discuss it. This will happen again. When someone says, "I'm not mad," you need to dig deeper to find out why they're upset. Grasping is a topic of this article. Since both of these problems stem from the couple's psyche, they both contribute to the misinterpretation of one partner's emotional requirements. You have to probe further into the "I'm not mad" claim to get a clear picture of its meaning. Identify the issues that arise from the action or phrase. As soon as you realize the issue, you can choose to either alter your behavior, wording, or assure her that you will continue the relationship as before, but will not abuse her trust. Typical examples include hanging out with friends of a different gender or staying at the office past normal closing time. 4. She says, "Okay, fine, cool, okay, whatever." Abbreviations are almost never used by females. They frequently go beyond what is required to convey their message effectively. It is likely that she is dissatisfied with the conversation that took place before this one because she is using abbreviated forms, such as the ones that have been presented above. Check the surrounding circumstances and make any necessary adjustments. Maintain your composure, and while you're working on it, try to explain the situation to her from her perspective while you are doing your best to keep her cool. Before you let her know about your plans, you should wait for her to give you some kind of confirmation, such as a nod or a statement, that that's right. This will ensure that she has a complete comprehension of what it is you are attempting to convey. Finding a solution to the problem with "fine" is one way for you to demonstrate to her that you are a cool person. You need to rethink this difficult circumstance as an opportunity to demonstrate your skills and make the most out of the situation. 3. When she says, "Don't worry, I got it." When she reminds you multiple times to finish a task, but you continue to put it off until the very last minute. And then when you finally get to work on the task, you see that she has already finished the task herself, and then she tells you, "I got it." If you are going to reassure someone else by telling them "don't worry," then it is highly likely that you should begin worrying about something for yourself at the same time. You are encouraged to get started right away so that you can take complete ownership of the assignment and finish it as quickly as is physically possible. 2. When she says, "That's okay." Do not confuse this with the point made above, because it indicates that she is considering the various ways in which she can exact her revenge on you for the wrongs that you have committed against her or the mistakes that you have made. Be sure to not confuse this with the point made above, because it indicates that she is considering the various ways in which she can exact her revenge on you. Do not confuse this with the point made above, because it demonstrates that she is considering the various ways in which she can get her revenge on you, and you should not confuse this with the point that was made above. As a consequence of this, it is strongly recommended that you immediately apologize to her and try to calm her down before she has the opportunity to consider what she would like to say in response to the actions that you took. 1. When she says nothing. When someone says, "You always do that," one of the most common responses is to respond by saying, "I remember when you did nothing." This is one of the most common responses. This is because people in the past did not discuss the word "nothing," which has led to this result. Even if everything seems to be going fine at first, it's possible that someone will eventually tell you, "You always do that." This gives the impression that there is an emotional baggage that has been buried up until this point, and that both parties are responsible for the consequences of their actions. In essence, this is the only problem that necessitates anything more involved than a simple solution. This indicates that the difficulties within the relationship have been present ever since it was first established. This indicates that it ran out of places to hide beneath the ground and was forced to come to the surface. Because of this, it is going to take a significant amount of time for you to figure out what went wrong and how to fix the way that you and your partner have been communicating ever since the beginning of the relationship. However, you shouldn't lose your hope just yet. What others tell you, "You always do that." It's time to figure out why you're saying that and change the way you behave. However, in order to prevent further confusion in the future, you should work on improving your communication skills. What do you think of our video? What else do you think women say but really mean in your relationship? Also, let me know what other topics you would like to see. Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching!